ओके मैं दूर बैठ हेलो वेलकम कहाँ रह गए थे बहुत दिनों बाद आए
श्रीनगर गया है
राजा राजा
हेलो सुधा
एनिवर्सरी सुधा जी कश्मीर गए हुए
यू
थे
आर
ना
इन श्रीनगर
कश्मीर गए हुए थे
श्रीनगर में हो
हाँ जी श्रीनगर अच्छा हाँ जी चला गया सर शुरू करो ना
अमरजीत ने आ गया वापस
हमें करना चाहिए कि सही चल जाएगा
ये मेरी बहुत कम
बोल रहे सर फेसबुक क्यों ना करें
से ना आवाज आए
जरूरत नहीं फेसबुक करने का जब जूम लाइव हो रहा है एप्लीकेशन क्यों कर रहा है
थैंक यू सर ठीक है धन्यवाद शुक्रिया ये डुप्लीकेट करता ना वाह हो गया होता आ गया ठीक है और डुप्लीकेट डुप्लीकेट से कुछ तो होना देगा
हां मैं बता
अरे फोकस कर लो ठीक तरह फोकसिंग नहीं है
वो आईटी सेटिंग कर रहे हैं
हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्जल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गण गण मन गणनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
और वन तार का गई
सब लोग म्यूट हो जाओ
Good evening to you all. I would request Rotarian Hindu Luthra ma'am for the invocation from USA. Are you connected, ma'am? Hindu Luthra ji?
मैम सुनाई दे रहा है
Can you hear us?
नहीं तेरा हाँ जी shall I start?
यस
Yeah, we can hear you, but then one moment.
Good evening everybody. Dr. Sanjay Kalra, President Dr. Sanjay Kalra ji, Anupam ji, my fellow Rotarians and friends. Today I have chosen a poem, a beautiful poem by Nobel laureate Sir Rabindranath Tagore. So this applies to Rotarians very much. When I am dead, your tears will flow, but I won't know. Cry with me now instead. You will send me flowers, but I won't see. Send me now instead. You will say words of praise, but I won't hear. Praise me now instead. You will forgive my faults, but I won't know. So forget them now instead. You will miss me then, but I won't feel. Meet me now instead. You will wish you could have spent more time with me. Spend it now instead. When you hear I am gone, you will find your way to my house to pay condolence. But we haven't even spoken in years. Look, listen, and reply me now. So, dear friends, spend time with every person around you and help them with whatever you can to make them happy. Your families, friends, and acquaintances. Make them feel special because you never know when time will take them away from you forever. Alone, I can say, but together we can talk. Alone, I can enjoy, but together we can celebrate. Alone, I can smile, but together we can laugh. That is the beauty of human relations. We are nothing without each other. So stay connected. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Rotary Hindu Ma'am. It was a beautiful point. Everybody enjoyed it. And I hope you are enjoying your time. US. So, okay.
Rotarian past president Amarjit and speaker of the evening for his interesting presentation about his visit to the Melbourne convention, that is the International Rotary Convention, where he along with his wife as well as the Bawa sir and his wife, they had attended from our college. I'm not out of the colleges. I sir. Thank you, President. Secretary and distinguished past president of Rotary Club of Chandigarh Midtown, fellow Rotarians, Rotarians, and guests. Good evening. Good evening. एक मिनट सर शेयर कर दूं इसमें. On the bank of River Zara, Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre was a beautiful and well-equipped center venue for the convention. Normally, convention events are divided into 4 parts. One is general sessions, which also includes opening and closing ceremony. Then we have also friendship for meeting and greeting the Rotarians across the world. And then there are breakout sessions, which are focused on specific topics of Rotary. And then there are evening entertainment. So the registration for the convention started on 25th May. And we were among the first few who registered on the same day. It opened at 4 and we were registered by 4:30 on 25th. Next slide. 26 was a free day for us. So we, along with the family of my younger brother, we went to the Great Ocean Road Drive. It is a must visit place. Whenever you visit Melbourne, you must go for this drive.
You will leave in the evening and you will come back by the evening. It's such a long route. With so many beautiful places you can see on my Facebook account. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah. On 27th, we met Rotarian Jasvinder Bawa at House of Friendship. He is listed on 26, so 27 we came along and we spent some time at House of Friendship. Next slide. Next slide. This is a polio. You can say it is. There are so many
mascots.
shop. There are layouts. So this was a polio donation layout. We got photographs. Still, the polio exists in some part of the world. So people are coming and getting photographs here. Next. This is with the PDG Kalra from Panipat. Next. Yeah. So we had a free time on that day. So we went to visit Eureka Tower. This is the tallest tower in the city of Melbourne, which has around 108 levels, including basements. And you can go up to 88 level only. There is a deck from where you, if the weather is clear, you can see the entire Melbourne from there. So weather was not very favorable on that day. Next slide, please. But still we could click some photographs. It was a cloudy on that day. These are the photographs there. Next slide. Yeah. Then we went around because it was a free day on the bridge of River Zara. So there are so many bridges. The city is on both sides of the River Zara. So you every 200 meters, 300 meters, you can cross the river. There are so many bridges on the river. Next slide, please. So this is a Flinders Street railway station. Anybody coming from any part of Melbourne must have to touch this station if he is coming by train. You can say this is a central station for the city of Melbourne. And from here, we used to catch trams for the main venue, which was Ross 11th Avenue. So it was with great excitement that Rotary Club of Melbourne announced Melbourne as the host city for 2023 Rotary International Convention, attracting over 20,000 delegates and the largest conference secured this century for state of Victoria. But thing went the other way. Though the official attendance is not yet declared, if we go by the physical presence of delegates there, it was not more than 15,000. I have attended, this was my 7th convention. I have attended, the general attendance is between around 25,000, you can say. But there were big conventions where attendance was much more. Can any convention go tell what was the highest number of attendance? 40,000. No. It was around 45,000, and that was in Osaka, Japan, in 2004, before we joined Rotary. Yeah. Then next highest, Kamprita, you have attended that. Can you tell which was the next? No. I went along with you in that convention. First you. Yeah, it was yours. It was 44,607 delegates. And then was Bangkok. It was in the year 2012, 33,000 delegates. Even Seoul was very good venue. Bangkok, of course, it was huge venue. All the events in one place only.
You and you share the room. Share the room.
That was in the Seoul.
That's right.
Next slide, please. The opening ceremony was in Broad Lever Arena. All general sessions were in this venue only. And this is adjoining the famous Melbourne cricket ground. This is a sports area. There are so many small stadiums there, including Melbourne cricket ground. Next slide. So when we enter the area, the flag march has already started. But we were lucky that when the name of India was announced, we were there. Next slide. Yeah, this is the, and the next slide. So, then in the last came flag of Australia, which was followed by, because it is a host country, so the national anthem of Australia was played. Next slide. Go back. No, it's okay. Australia. Next slide.
Canada.
So then the national anthem of RI president's home country, Canada, was played. And in the last, next slide, it was flag of, which unites us all. It's a flag of Rotary International. RI President Jennifer invited her good and dear friend, Francisco Rizzo from Italy, the RI convention chair, to this stage and asked him to open the ceremony. It is like Sergeant at arms. Next slide. So, Francisco greeted Rotarians with "Buongiorno." It is like good morning in Italy, and said, "I know you had to endure a long trip to attend convention, and for this we want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I'm sure you will return home enriched and more enthusiastic. We have prepared for you in extraordinary and interesting programs with incredible outstanding speakers," and he opened the ceremony with ringing this flag. Next slide. So, this is first time in the history of convention. A Rotractor was the host of a general session. Normally, a very senior Rotarian will host the general session. So, Asti was the host for this general session. He is a Rotractor from a club in Australia. Next. On behalf of Government of Australia, Member of Parliament, Steve, welcome Rotarian and thanks for visiting and adding to the economy of Australia. Steve told that Rose Lever Arena is named after a famous retired tennis champion. His name was Rod Lever only. And in January, Novak won the Australian Open in the same venue, where we had our reservations. Next. Kelly Cap, the Lord Mayor of Melbourne, also welcomed and addressed to the Rotarian. Next slide. Mary is a 2033 host organized meeting chair. She spoke about a unique project, Rotary Melbourne Peace Bells. This project has a focus on environment protection and peace. Next slide. Hugh Jawan is co-founder of the Oak Tree Foundation and Global Citizen, who comes from a village in Wales, from a very poor family and a grassroots Rotarian, narrated his journey of fight against poverty across the world. He went across the world and how he went to different countries, Philippines and other countries, and how he fought against poverty. Next slide. These pictures are taken from a long distance, so the resolution is not good. So, aides to RI President Brad and Marcia Howard. introduce the family of Jennifer to audience. It is a convention that family of RI president is introduced to the audience in the convention, including their siblings, their all family members, their grandchildren, children, everybody is introduced on the stage to the audience. Next slide. Next slide.
Yes, family of Rotary.
Yes. In her address, RI President Jennifer mentioned about cervical cancer. We have a global grant project here. He also mentioned about cervical cancer vaccination awareness. In a more than 30,000 girls have been vaccinated, and they have a target to vaccinate all the girls in country of Egypt. They are working on already 30,000 has been vaccinated. Next slide. No, only in Egypt. They have focused on Egypt. Right?
50,000.
Okay. The session of day one, it is a 2-hour session basically. And this ended with the, you can say, songs by a famous band, the Tenor from Canada. They were from the host country of RI president. Next slide, please. Can you play this? This is a video. Volume. Can you play it again?
आवाज नहीं सुन
Sorry. Next slide, please. Thereafter, we went to House of Friendship and met residents from various countries. So, House of Friendship is just we meet each other, we discuss projects, we discuss what we are doing in our clubs, in our country, and what are our requirements, how we want to have the different projects in future. So everything is discussed. And, we just are looking for partners, international partners for our project. So this was issued from RC Lagos, Nigeria. Next slide. Oh, so this is DG from East Republic of Korea. This Korean, users will agree with me, are especially the Korean ladies. They are very fond of being photographed with the Sikh gentlemen. So they were sharing souvenirs and requesting for a photograph. So few photographs we had it there.
And repeated their dress very well.
They're dressed always dressed very well.
Traditional.
Next slide, please. So this is another photograph. Next slide, please.
You could have charged them and brought the money for the project.
It is here we first met PTG Shaju Peter. So here we met PTG Shaju Peter and PTG Bhargav, Ramesh Bhargav, right, sir? Next, please. And this is exchange of flags. That's also friendship. Next slide. So now we'll go to day 2 of general session at Lord Liver Arena, of course. Next slide. Next slide. So, in her opening remarks, RI President Jennifer introduced the board of directors of Rotary International. There are 14 board of directors, including president, vice president, president-elect, treasurer, general secretary, and president-elect also. Vice president is also there. So in all, there are 14. So, pardon?
Secretary General also attends the board.
And next slide. So these are the president-elect, Gordon, and there were few. I have only taken 1 or 2 slides. We are proud to say that there are 2 directors from India in this board, in current board. And unlike other positions of the Rotary, which is for 1 year, director position is for 3 years. And then she also introduced RA board elect, next board, RA board. And again on RA elect board, there are again 2 Indians. So out of 14, there are 2 Indians again in coming board office.
This will always be there.
2 are already there in coming board, which is after this board again has 2 directors from India.
meeting.
There were many prominent speakers like John Havco. John Havco is the General Secretary and CEO of Rotary International and the Rotary Foundation. He is from Rotary Club Kyiv, Ukraine, and his speech was far excellent. I mean, he kept the audience spellbound. Very good. I'll share a link. You can see it on the 1 slide. Go 1 slide there. 1 slide. Yeah. So he spoke on how Rotarian can act as a peace builder. He told about 7 areas of focus of Rotary and how those areas can be used for peace building. I'll share the link in the coming bulletin for his speech. Next, please. So, Kariana also addressed on focus area of economics and community development. Next, please. Yeah. Nakia. This is a 10-year-old girl from Ghana. She is just 10-year-old.
This girl?
Yeah.
Yes, sure, 10 years.
And, she's a climate activist. Your attention, please. She's a climate activist and impressed one and all. She was oozing with confidence. She was moving here and there, something in, I don't know what she's having in her hand. And she spoke continuously for 20 minutes without referring to any document, any display. She was speaking, and then finally she got the standing ovation from RI President and entire audience, climate, of course, environment. Next slide. Zara, who's a journalist, she accompanied Jennifer to a place called Guatemala. Guatemala is the most illiterate country in the world. They went there for awareness of literacy along with RI President. And during their visit with RI President Jennifer, there were 5 of them. They have to stay in one small room with minimum amenities. This is what Rotary is. 5 top leaders in one single room just for Rotary in a country, just to spread importance of this. Next slide. Yeah. Gabby Moreno is a Grammy Award winner. And she also comes from the same country, Guatemala. Before she migrated to Los Angeles now, because she was 2-time nominee of Grammy Award and won 1 Latin American Grammy Award. She entertained the audience, go back please. She entertained the audience with her melodious voice and she, I think, sang for around 15 minutes on stage. I couldn't share the videos because there is some technical problem. So the format which I had, the message was not accepting in that format. So I'll make a separate video for you for that, and in one of the meetings will display. Next slide. Lema, she is 211 Nobel Peace Laureate. She is working on peace. She said one very interesting thing. It touched me the most. He said, "We are not doesn't mean we are at peace. Sense of unfulfillment also disturbs the peace." He was a very good orator. Again, like that girl, she was also very confident. She was a very good orator. Excellent. So that was the end of you, and we returned back to House of Friendship. There again, we have same activities. We were there on day one. We exchanged flags. Next slide. Next slide. Yeah, they have made a one peace monument. So these photographs were taken there. We are Rotarians from District P080. You can see PDG Kalra, PDG Madhukar Malhotra, and Dr. Sudhir Chaudhary. And there are other Rotarians also. So, these people who have traveled to Kartarpur with me, so they know. In the continue, next, we had the kind of flag. There was a tree of peace at House of Friendship. To write something on a piece of paper, all the paper hanging on that tree, there are some messages written on that by the Rotarians. You can share your message on this tree and hang on this tree. At the end of this is just come on. This is a presentation given by Anil Gai, who is an international Rotary multi-district twin sister club. He's the man who is doing. We are twins with Rotary Club Lahore Midtown, right? So this person was instrumental in getting us the twin sister club there. On the day two, when we were in House of Friendship, just go back, just leave on that only, and there is no slide for that. One of the Rotarians, Lady Rotarian, approached me and asked about my experience of the convention. Just for the feedback, he was a Rotarian from the host class. And I have nothing but to share my concern about the convention on lower tenders. That was my concern. Because you see, the capacity of Rod Labour Arena is 14,820. There were some empty seats, some space was occupied by the stage in the stadium on one side. And still the seats were empty. We can make out in a general session, seats are empty on day one, especially on opening ceremony. The attendance is not adequate. So I told us possible reasons for that, which I'd like to share with you. The first, normally the average age group of Rotarians across the world is around 70. And for elderly people, it is very difficult to travel long distances, especially where the flight is, direct flight is 16 hours, 17 hours, and it becomes difficult for them. So traveling distance to Australia was main reason, one. Then second, unfavorable weather conditions there. During that period, the weather is horrible there. Too cold, rainy, hardly any sunshine. And it is erratic. It will go 5 degrees up and suddenly it will drop down by 5 degrees. Then selection of venue was other reason. Distance visiting Rod River Arena and the convention center was by bus or by tram, it used to take 20 minutes to 30 minutes. And then again, you have to stand in queue to catch your metro or this tram or bus. So that was one reason. Then high registration, boarding and lodging expenses were very high. This time that went up exceeding it more than 500, worried about it. And this convention should not have been costed a single person less than $5,000 US. No. Traveling from any part of the world, including all the costs. So overall, it was a good experience. We did not attend day 3 and 4 of convention. We went for sightseeing and we went to Gold Coast. So now I will invite Rotarian Jasvinder Bawa to take you through day 3 and 4. Thank you.
Hello.
Towards the flag to President.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
बिल्कुल sir.
Am I audible?
You are audible, sir.
I am audible? Am I audible, sir? Please.
Yes sir, yes sir.
President Dr. Sanjay Kalra ji, Secretary Anupam Jain ji, my dear Rotary friends. Here in Melbourne, I am missing my Rotary family. Although I am connected through Zoom to you, and past President Amarjit Singh has already shared his views about the convention, and I attended day 3 and day 4. The day 3, that is on 30th May. Unfortunately, I will not be able to share the photographs with you, but I can briefly tell you what happened during day 3 and day 4. In the day 3, the general hello.
Yes sir, carry on.
In the general session, we started at 9 a.m. in the morning and till 12. It started with the Rotary Foundation address by Mr. H.S. Risley. He is the Rotary Foundation Trustee Chair and the past President of Rotary International Rotary Club of Sandringham, Victoria, Australia. So he had basically, this was an address by him for the Rotary Foundation. And then it was followed by Rotary Alumni Global Service Awards recognition by Gregory Rockman, co-founder and CEO of M-Pharma. Then there was a keynote address by one gentleman from Uganda, Mr. Kotegol. He is the ex-chairman of Cipla Quality Chemical Industries Limited, Rotary Club of Kampala, Uganda. He basically shared his experience that from a humble background, how Rotary transformed his life, and from a very humble beginning, he went very high in his life, and he basically shared his experience and how the family rose to such levels. Then we had a keynote address on polio. This was very interesting, and Dr. Sajad Asif Beg, the National Coordinator of Pakistan Polio Eradication Program of Rotary Club of Lahore. He basically discussed the polio campaign in Pakistan. He said there was a lot of problems. There was religious sentiments which were involved, reluctance from the people in administering the vaccine, and they had to work very hard, form field staff. They went to the remotest areas and covered everybody. And the result of that, they were able to eradicate polio from Pakistan. And the end result was that the numbers reduced to four cases from some 22,000 cases. It reduced to 4, and 3 from Afghanistan and 1 from Pakistan. So that is a good experience which he discussed with us. It was followed by a panel discussion of conducted by Sana Uyullah, documentary director of photography. So basically they discussed how they carried on this campaign, the photography, and how they convinced people they would go to house, show photographs, share the experiences, and then, you know, motivate people to take the polio drops for the children. So this was the discussion which was held, panel discussion. And then there was a key address by a Canadian, Cheetal Valley, the head coach and the general manager of Milton Honey Badgers. She gave basically a motivational address. It was a motivational address, and where she discussed her experience, how she motivated the basketball team in Canada, who were at the last position, to the first position. So basically she wanted to discuss, and she also motivated all the Rotarians how they should go about in promoting their goals in the Rotary family. Lastly, there was a key address by Michael McQueen, the best-selling author of Rotary Club of Crow's Nest and SW Australia. This was the last session, and then we went to the House of Friendship, which Mr. Amarjit just told you. That was a different venue. We had to stand in queues, take the shuttle, and then go to the House of Friendship. And House of Friendship, you know, we met various people, exchanged flags, and there we met Mr. Saju Peter, Mr. Madhukar Malhotra, and all people from the 3080. There were not many people from 3080, and the attendance was very, very thin. And in the general session, as Amarjit Singh ji told, that there were vacant seats, although the capacity of the arena, it was about 14,000, but hardly. And on day 3, we had about 10 to 12,000 people. And now I'll take you for the closing ceremony. That is on the 31st, which started at 3. In the first half, we attended the House of Friendship, and for the closing ceremony, we moved to the other venue. But the attendance was, the closing ceremony was good. The attendance was quite good, I would say. It would be some 12 to 13,000 people who attended the closing ceremony. The closing ceremony started with the Singapore Convention program. The chair of 2024 International Convention Committee, Jennifer Scott. Hello.
Yes, sir, please.
We can hear.
Jennifer Scott. who is the chairman of the 2024 International Convention Committee from Rotary Club of Central Blue Mountains, NSW, Australia. It was she took us through what are the various venues and things of that sort, and told the people to register. And then it was followed by an award presentation. Awards were presented, followed by keynote address on South Pacific Impact Tour by Michael Shieldrick, co-founder and Chief Policy Impact and the Government Relation Officer, Global Citizen. And then there was a entertainment by the BG Tribute Band. This band was marvelous. They sang songs and they took us back to the Beatles and, where Elton John's and other singers. And everybody they were dancing and singing. It was a good entertainment show.
Sir, we want to see the dance video.
That I will share with you when I am back. I have the recording. I will show it to you. But it was very good. I mean, it entertained everybody, including me. Took us back to the student days when we used to hear Elton John's and all, Beatles. So it was a good thing which they had presented at that time, and everybody was very, very happy, and they were all dancing. Everybody rose to from their seats and they were dancing there. And then it was followed by the president nominee acceptance remarks by Stepanik Urklik, Rotary International President nominee, Rotary Club of McMurray, Pennsylvania, USA. And then there was the introduction of the president-elect and the family. The president-elect, the whole family, as Amarjit ji just informed us, that the whole family, they were called on the stage and they were introduced. Their biodatas were read out and everybody was introduced to the family. And then it was followed by the president-elect address. Mr. Gordon, he spoke for about 20 minutes and he discussed what are the various areas he would focus during his tenure. And he basically laid emphasis on polio. He says a separate fund would be created to eradicate polio from the from the world. And he then said that he would like that every Rotarian to contribute, and he would be organizing a fundraising activity also during his year. And then he spoke about peace in the world, he says, and then he also discussed the good work done by Pakistan in eradicating polio, and he would still now look at other countries like Uganda and all for introducing, the polio vaccine, and just see that the polio is totally eradicated from the world.
Basically, we are running short of time. Thank you very much.
Pardon?
We are running short of time, sir.
I'm not just closing, I'm closing. And then there was the closing remarks by Jennifer Jones, RI President.
Good, thank you.
And it was then after that, there were exchange of banners and presented, and she, in the vote of thanks, she appreciated one and all who had worked so hard in making the convention. And I would like to mention that Mr. Nick, who is the husband of Jennifer, he informed her that without the knowledge of Jennifer, he worked so hard in making the emblem of the convention, and where he explained of each and every symbol in that emblem, and the colors signifying, each color signifying the purpose for which it has been put. So it was very much appreciated by one and all, and the conference ended on a happy note. And there were, yes, I forgot to tell you, and as Amarjit ji told, there was a special mention of cervical cancer vaccination. That it's a good thing for us, and since we are also driving this campaign of cervical cancer vaccination, and it is being acknowledged throughout the world, and they have all realized that this should be administered, and they want to take it in a big way. Yes, sir. That's all from me.
There is some interesting slides which I left. I'll just take 2 minutes more. Next slide, please. 1 minute. So this is a program, evening entertainment program, the street of Melbourne. It was on the bank of River Rizara and just 50 meters from the convention center. Everybody walked to this. And there was a band playing there, people were dancing, it was an entertainment evening. Normally, in a convention, there are the best event which we should attend is post-hospitality night. We couldn't get tickets for that, and we were lucky to get the ticket for this program, the Street of Melbourne dinner. And you can see all the restaurants in that street, there were 2 streets in fact, were displaying their food stuff. You can walk into any of the shop and can have snacks or dinner. Drinks were chargeable, extra. Food was free, fruits and snacks were free. And there's some dancing time for me. I'd like to mention something here. Next slide. We have Chinese stuff. Next, you had Spanish food, continental, all kind of food. Oriental, all kind of foods were available, and it was just you just give them a token. We were given 3 tokens each, and 1 token was enough for 2 persons. You can say, because we have 6 dishes. And now this is something interesting. Here we are raising a toast, and while we were raising the toast with PTG Ramesh Bhargav, PTG Shaju Peter, me and Sunita, Shaju mentioned something very special. He said, I had that pass for this program. They used to have a band on your waist just to identify that you are paid for this event. And Bhargav couldn't get himself registered for this program. So when they were waiting at the entry, they said, no way, you can't register now. There's no way, because it is online and the session is closed for this program. Then suddenly a lady Rotarian came up. He just gave a band to Rotarian Ramesh Bhargav. So, please enjoy this without charging anything. And something very interesting. He was sharing with me, and I said, sir, you donate $100 to Rotary Foundation. Then I looked at him. He was wearing a major donor level 3 pin, which means he told me he has already contributed $67,000 to Rotary Foundation in cash. Probably that was the reason he got that grant. So that is the power of contribution to the Rotary Foundation. Thank you very much. Thank you, Rotarian Amarjit, and thank you for
Baba sir, for this beautiful, meticulous, well researched presentation. It was very enjoyable. Plus, it seems that Rotary Chandigarh Midtown delegates, they attended the conference with utmost diligence, and they researched everything and noted it down for us. Thank you so much. So, yeah.
And he had not mentioned her name on the slide, not the slide.
So let us move forward fast.
You appreciated everybody, sir.
At the outset, I must.
Dr. Bawa.
Oh, he's in queue. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Again, I must welcome our guests. Today we have a group of 4 people here with us. Mr. Amarjit Singh, he is a chartered accountant. Welcome you, Mr. Amarjit Singh. And his wife, Mrs. Surbi Kapoor. Welcome, Surbi. And she's a yoga teacher. I welcome Mr. Mohit Nijavan. He is the president of BNI Titans Club, Chandigarh. My son is also a BNI, which is BNI. Okay. And we have Mr. Sandeep Pandas. Sandeep Pandas. Sorry. Sandeep said इधर से उधर हो गया. Sandeep Pandas. Welcome all of you, and we look forward to have you in a couple of our meetings, and we want you to be part of Rotary family, and welcome for today. Thank you so much. So, talking about our contribution to TRF, I must project से हो ये पहले से मैं announce कर देता हूँ. We are already PHF 100%. And I must appreciate the effort of Pastor Amarjit Singh. Although pins have already started pouring in, and we are going to give those pins on the 28th on our valedictory function. But pins will be given to only to those people who have done their contribution. So please hurry up, and whatever contribution you had promised, please give us that, and so that we become a PHF 100% club. Congratulations to Amarjit and the whole Rotary family of Midtown. And now we have a small video clip by Chair of Project Sehयोग, not chair, basically is one who is Dr. Bora, around Dr. Bora. And can we have the video? Dr. Bora, are you with us?
Yes, I'm there.
Please, can you say something? He is not well, so he could not join us. Otherwise, he was supposed to join us for this presentation.
I was in Shimla last Friday. I was there in the hotel, holiday resort, Kufri Holiday Resort, which is the hotel of PDG Dhyan Chand. He gave us a very big, very good package. So last Friday I had a fall. Fall मतलब 5-6 सीढ़ियां कटे चला गया मैं. So I sprained my left leg, and now I am part of Sehयोग also because I have patients, Sehयोग patients in my clinic. तो उनके साथ साथ मैं भी चलने का प्रैक्टिस कर रहा हूँ अभी. मैंने स्टिक रखा हुआ है, पैर में क्रेप बैंडेज बंधा हुआ है. तो I won't be able to say much about Sehयोग. You are seeing this video. तो वीडियो जरा 1 मिनट रोक देना, अनूप वीडियो रोक देना जरा.
हाँ जी.
So I had requested, because I won't be able to give justice to the project right now because of my ailment कह लो, कुछ भी कह लो. I am disabled right now. So President-elect Jitan has very kindly agreed to hold this Sehयोग project presentation in the new Rotary year. That will be on 28th of July. So right now, I would like to celebrate the Rotary year of President Dr. Sanjay Kalra. It was a wonderful year. And I would like to celebrate by presenting Harpal Singh. You can see on the screen, he's on his motorbike, coming and attending the meeting of Rotary Chandigarh Midtown a few weeks back. So, Anup, you can put on the video now. He will dance, he will sing a song. So, let's celebrate Rotary with Sahयोग project. Anup, video on kar dena. टाइम कम है, थोड़ा आगे कर देना वीडियो को, थोड़ा सा आगे ले जाओ वीडियो.
Video playing yours.
थोड़ा सा आगे ले आओ, थोड़ा सा आगे ले आओ. 5 मिनट का वीडियो उसको 2 मिनट का बना लेते हैं. थोड़ा और आगे ले जाओ. यू कैन सी हरपाल इन हिज मोटरबाइक, इसका लेफ्ट आर्टिफिशियल लेग लगा हुआ है. So if you take the video a little further, Harpal will be singing and dancing with his artificial leg. There he is sitting on his motorbike, coming to attend our meeting.
Australian phone.
स्टार्ट कर रहा है. हाँ, ये थोड़ा और आगे ले जाओ. अनु, लिटिल मोर फॉरवर्ड. हाँ, यहाँ से शुरू कर. हरपाल इज गिविंग अ सॉन्ग. दिस वाज इन आवर रोटरी मीटिंग a couple of weeks back. साउंड नहीं आ रहा.
आवाज नहीं आ रही सर.
साउंड का प्रॉब्लम है. चलो इसको और आगे ले जाओ. हमने डांस देखना है इसका. आगे ले जाओ. जिसमें नहीं भी साउंड आ रहा, कोई बात नहीं. थोड़ा और आगे कर लो. अनूप, थोड़ा और आगे कर लो. हाँ, भी यही showing his artificial leg, and in spite of his disability and wearing artificial leg, he is as good or better than, he can dance better than most of us. ये अभी गाना गा रहा है. अनूप, थोड़ा आगे कर दो, इसका डांस देख लेते हैं.
Live गाना है, he is a very good singer.
साउंड का प्रॉब्लम आ रहा है. ये अभी डांस करेगा. साउंड नहीं आ रहा, पर चलो
दिखा दिया था.
रुक गया.
I think there's some technical issues, sir.
ये
Very good. Your artificial leg is doing wonders, sir. And the Sahयोग project is doing pretty well. It has broken all the records. And congratulations to Vora, sir.
Thank you, President. I know on President, behalf of President-elect, would like to invite everybody for 28th of July. So that will be giving a proper presentation of Sahयोग project.
Okay, and we have missed the presentation during my year, sir.
आपके ईयर में तो बहुत कुछ हो गया अभी. And I would like to place on record that in one of our meetings, our president termed the Sahयोग project as being best in the world.
Yes, that is being valued the best in the world. You have done so much for the.
And in fact, this Sahयोग project was given the Sahयोग name in August 2021. But actually, ever since I joined Rotary, though it was not named Sahयोग at that time, but artificial names project is being done by our club since since 1996 when I joined the club.
Thank you so much, Vora sir. Thank you so much. I will request answer for the vote of thanks, please. We are already.
Thank you, President. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. So nice to be here, and especially Dr. Singh, to give me the opportunity to thank you all for coming here and making this evening a great success. Please keep doing it and hopefully you'll do.
Melbourne, good day.
I'm sorry.